Hello and welcome to this Qigong practice where we're going to focus on legs and balance. As some of you already know, a lot of times with our Qigong practice, we are fairly static with the legs and not doing a ton of movement. And so today we are going to play with the legs with some more focus and focus on balance. One of the really important things for anybody at any age, but particularly as we get older, is to have really good balance. And that's also a really good thing for longevity as well. So let's begin with breathing, hands over the belly. We're going to inhale and exhale through the nose. So as we inhale, the belly expands into the hands. As we exhale, belly goes back towards the spine. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, belly goes back towards the spine. And we'll release our arms down and let's get a little activation going with knocking on the door of legs. So we're turning on the hips and the waist. Arms are knocking across the low back. That's the kidney area, the adrenals, across the front, the waist, the ribs, getting all the internal organs. And then we're going to come up and tap just below the collarbone on the lung points. Keeping our feet firmly planted, being gentle with the knees. Don't turn out too far. And then we're going to open the hand, slightly cupped, and knock up over the shoulder. Just like to start every practice with this chi activation, or knocking on the door of life, unless it's evening, and I mean like within a couple hours, 2-3 hours of bed, as this can be activating. It's activating your energy. So we have different things that we do at nighttime to calm the body down. Let's cease knocking. Let those arms flow. Beautiful. Slow it right down. And let's wake up the spine a little bit, get us a little more warmed up. So arms up. We look up if that's okay for the neck. Inhale. And then as we exhale, we curve through the spine, tucking the chin and the tailbone, and the forearms come together. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Always honoring what works for you and your body in any practice. Given that we're going to be doing some balance today, you may want to do your practice closer to a wall. You may want a chair handy to hang on to. For some of the movements, you're going to need to be careful if you have a chair that you don't kick the chair. Then that won't be any fun at all. All right, last time up. We're going to float our arms out and down to the side. So we're going to, I was trying to say massage at the same time, and I'm like, okay, hold on, that's next. So we're going to continue with chi massage. Again, anytime we're tapping or knocking on the body, that can be rather invigorating, which is fantastic for our chi, our life energy, unless you want to go to sleep. So not recommended at nighttime. So waking up the kidneys a little more, coming all the way down to either side of the tailbone, getting some energy flowing into the hips. And we're going to come down and get some energy flowing in our legs. So now turn your hands around to the palms, and we're going to slap down all the way down the backs of the legs to the ankles. And we come up the inside of the ankles all the way to the tops of the legs. Back up, couple taps here, tap the hips, and back around. Back down. Do this 3 times total, all the way up. Back around. And hips a few more times. Beautiful. Just give that a break for a moment. And let's warm up our hips. Important for balance. So we're just going to do some gentle hip circles. Your thumbs are at your back, pressing your thumbs in, giving yourself a little adjustment here. As you come forward, press the thumbs in. As you come back, move the thumbs to a new spot. Getting the hips warmed up. Beautiful. And then let's pause and circle in the opposite direction. Pressing the thumbs in at the back as you circle the hips. Moving them to a new spot each time your hips come back. Beautiful. One more. Awesome. Right. Let's come into a wider leg stance. Bending through the knees. And again, just a reminder, always honoring what works for your body. It's going to be a fairly invigorating practice. And so if you've got some balance issues, can't come down too low with the legs. I have to be careful of this knee here. And so just honor what works for you always. And let's relax the head as we're moving back and forth. We're opening up inside of the legs, warming up the thighs as we do this. And going into just relax. Moving the body like a river. Water definitely doesn't keep itself stiff. It's flowing. And I'm going to come down a little lower. And then we're going to pause at center, straighten the legs, come over into a forward fold. Always keeping a little micro bend in the knees. And I tend to have very tight hamstrings. So in order to come over to the floor, I used to have my legs bent like this. And if you do too, that's fine. Releasing through the low back. Nice stretch. Stretching the hamstrings. Beautiful. Bend the knees. You're going to come up, one hand over the back of the other, into a gentle back bend. Come up, arms out to the sides. We're going to bring the legs back in. And so now we're going to do some balance and some stretching at the same time. So if you need to grab a chair or go to a wall, please do that. I'm going to attempt not to. I can't promise that I'm going to be super steady, but here we go. So simple movements to warm up the feet and the ankles. Just pick one leg up. You can even do this seated. And I'm just going to point. I'm going to come back a little here. I'm going to point and flex. Point and flex. Warming up the ankles. And then we're going to do simple ankle circles. So circle the ankle, one direction, and then the opposite direction. You might hear some cracking. You might hear some snap, crackle, pops, and that's all right too. And set your foot down anytime you need to. And now we're going to move to the knee. Lift the leg up. Gentle circles. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. And one thing that's really great for strength is standing on one leg. And this is obviously good for balance too. And let's put that down. We're going to go to the opposite leg. Whichever one you started on, switch. And foot comes out. Point, flex. And then we're going to circle the ankle. Oh, I forgot this part. It's really nice for balance. Put your palms on the heads of two white tigers. Nice, quiet, still tigers. And then circle in the opposite direction. Fantastic. Now lift that up. We're gonna circle, open up the knee. I gotta touch down here. I'm on your camera right, but this is my left leg and it's not. I'm not as balanced on my left side often. Oh, and as soon as I say that, I start to wobble. How about I just change that? All right, put that down. And it's really good to get some extra warmth and chi running in the knee. So we're going to do some knee tapping. So you want nice distance between the legs, bending through the knees, and we're going to tap or slap, whatever you want to call it. So we're slapping the side of the knee and then the front. And then in behind. And then the side again. And then the front. And then the back. And release. You might feel some buzzing and tingling in that knee. That's your chi. That's your life force energy flowing. Other leg forward, bending through the knees, and we're going to bounce. Tap the side of the knee. Tap the front of the knee. And the back. And then the side again. And the front. And in behind the knee again. In behind the knee is a acupuncture point called UB40, urinary bladder 40. And release. So that's really good. Not only is it good for your knee, it's good for your bladder. Awesome. Outstanding. So now what we're going to do, we're going to bring our legs together. We're going to bring our hands to our hearts. Interlock the fingers. You got your Peter pointer facing up. That's your index finger. We're going to reach up. Squeeze the leg, squeeze the thigh, squeeze the buttocks. Nice, gentle back bend. Then we're going to come up. Bring the hands behind the head. And we're going to squat down. So bending the knees, we come down. Belly, chest to the thighs, if that works for you. And then we inhale up and stretch back. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Last one. Here we go. And come up straight. Arms come down to the sides. And we're going to come over into a forward fold again here. Having your knees bent as much as you need. Bring your belly and your chest onto your thighs. Feel that nice stretch through the backs of the legs. And breathe. We never want to hold our breath. Now let's interlock our fingers, palms face up. We're going to come up nice and slow. Spiral the hands out and up. We're going to come up onto the toes, raising the bubbling spring. There's a kidney point, roughly the center of the balls of our feet. And that's called kidney 1. And kidney 1 is also called the bubbling springs. So when we come up on our toes, it's called raising the bubbling springs. Okay, let's come down. Release the hands. Beautiful. So now we're going to work on some leg strength. We're going to bring one leg forward, the other one back into a lunge. So bending both knees, being gentle of what works for you. Hands come to the heart center. So you're in your lunge, and then we're gonna inhale up, arms come up, exhale down, bending through both knees, hands to the heart. Let's inhale up, open hands, looking up a bit, exhale down, inhale up, exhaling down. Moving with the breath. Nice and slow, deep breaths down into the belly. This will be our last time up on this side. So open the hands up. We're going to leave the arms up, and then we're going to bend through the knees and come down and hold this for a few breaths. Really great for strengthening the legs. And of course, come out of this anytime you need to. If you're like, you're holding this for too long, this is not fun for me, then come out of it. Okay, great. Let's bring our hands to our front thigh, and the back leg in. And we're going to switch legs, switch sides. Nice bend through the knees. Always honoring what feels good for your body. Hands to the heart. Let's inhale and come up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Couple more. Last time down. Then we'll come up, open the arms, holding the arms up. Then we down into our lunge and hold and breathe. And try and drop your shoulder blades down. I caught mine going up. And then bring the hands to the front thigh. Bring the back leg in. Give your legs a little shake. That's some awesome work. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do some leg swings. This actually has a name, a proper name, and I can't remember what it is, but it's a warm-up soccer players do. And Lee, my teacher, as a college soccer player, this is how he came to Qigong. He had an injury and he tried all the different modalities and nothing healed him until he found Qigong. So I think that's pretty awesome. All right, so this is where I really want you to be careful. If you need to grab a chair behind you or a wall, we just don't want something that you're going to kick. So come over to your left leg. We lift up the right. So our leg swings, outside of the foot is out, and then we turn the hip, open it up, the knee comes up, and we press it down, or just place it down. So outside of the foot, then the inside of the foot, knee up and down. So I'm going to do this with more of a swinging motion. So it's outside, inside of foot, up, down. Outside, inside, up, down. Or I think, as my teacher Lee says, I think he says swing, swing, up, down, swing, swing, up, down. And you can always do this how it works for you, like, oh, that's enough. Or if you're like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm going to do this, and then down. Whatever works for you is perfect today. There's no judgment in Qigong. Well, maybe there is, but not today, not in this class. This is really good for the hips, for the legs, for the balance. Oh, there I went. One more each side. Fantastic. And let's do some shaking. So I shake the arms, shoulders. Let's release. And we're going to start to shake into the legs. And one thing that's really good for our legs is we can come off the heels and bounce into the floor. Really good for bone density. So we're going to inhale through the nose. We're going to open the mouth and heart sound, release. Shake side to side. Heels can stay on the floor, of course, if that works better for you. Slow this right down. Slow it down. Come to stillness. Fantastic. All right. Let us just begin gently flowing the arms up to the sides and back down. Flying. We inhale, arms come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. We're going to go into one of my favorite balance flows. That includes flying. Now bring the arms all the way up above the head. The backs of the hands are towards each other. And then we flow back down. Let's do that again. All the way up. All the way up. And all the way down. Fantastic. Now we're going to come back to shoulder height. Shift the weight to the left leg. And as we do this, lift the left leg behind. So center, shift the weight, arms come up, leg comes in behind. We're going to do one more like this. We're going to switch it up. Leg comes in behind. Now, arms are going to come all the way up above the head, and the knee is going to come up to the front. So leg up to the front. We float back down. Let's do that one more time. Arms all the way up, knee up. Floating back down. Now we're going to alternate. This is good for the brain. Shoulder height with the arms, foot comes in behind. Flow back down. So we touch the toes, then the heels. Now arms all the way up, knee up to the front. Arms up, knee up. Now we're going to do arms shoulder height, foot in behind. Shoulder height, leg behind. Arms all the way up, knee up. I'm going to show you a modification. If you're like, I really don't like this, it's too much. You can arms to the shoulder height and just touch your toe behind you. That's perfectly fine. And then you could do arms all the way up and just don't really like, just touch the toe to the front. If you don't like the whole movement, I'm going back to the whole movement. Shoulder height, foot in behind. All the way up, knee up, floating back down. Continuing with the alternation of the arms and the legs. We do one more of each. And then you know what we've got to do. We've got to switch sides. I notice I always start on my easier side to balance first. So let's just do feet planted, a couple flying motions just with the arms to the shoulders. All right, now we're gonna go over to the opposite side. Your right. Shoulder height, foot in behind. Touching down. I had to touch down a little early there. In behind. Touch the toes down. Then one more like this. Touching behind. Shoulder height. Now the arms are going to go all the way up above the head. Knees coming up front. Arms up. Left knee up. Shoulder height. Left foot goes in behind. Touching toes, then the heels. Nice and slow and gentle. And all the way up. Oh, now I'm going backwards. I was mixing it up. Do a couple more of each. Knee up, arms up. Shoulder height with foot behind. One more of each. Now we're going to plant the feet. Feet stay grounded. Fly to the shoulder height. Now let's bring our legs together. Left palm or right palm at the belly. Left arm circles around as we go into centering. So we inhale the right arm around, comes down through center. Thumb is facing towards you. It hovers above the other hand, palm face up. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more to each side. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Bring the hands over the belly. Beautiful. Stay here. Okay, beautiful. Everything a little shake. Shake your legs out. You've done a fair bit of work with your legs today. That is awesome. So with the yin and the yang symbol, I express my sincere appreciation and gratitude for you being with me today. Thank you so much. I hope you found that practice fun, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I've created a special video, a 10-minute morning energizer. So if you have trouble getting going in the morning, all you need is 10 minutes. This 10-minute routine, the link for it is in the description below. Go ahead and grab it. It's free, and I invite you to give it a try and see if you love it as much as I do.